Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome into James Works Gymnasium for the play-in game of the 2022 Middle-Atlantic Freedom Conference Tournament. Tonight, the 9th-seeded FDU-Florham Devils take on the 8th-seeded Delaware Valley University Aggies for the right to make the trip to Center Valley on Wednesday to take on the top seed, the DeSales University Bulldogs. We will pause momentarily for our national anthem. We'll get you your starting lineups, and we'll get you ready for tonight's playoff game. Well, the Middle-Atlantic Freedom Conference opened up the playoffs to every team in the conference. Traditionally, it is a 5-team or a 4-team conference tournament, 5 some years, 4 the others. But this year, they're opening it up to all 9 teams. And so these 2 teams will have a play-in game tonight. Quarterfinals will be on Wednesday night. We'll tell you about the other seedings for the tournament as we go along. But first, let's get you the starting lineups. First, the senior guard from Camden, New Jersey for the Devils, number 4, Arian Coleman. Joined in the backcourt by the senior guard from Lake Hopatcong, New Jersey, number 11, Brielle Fideau. In the front court for the Devils, sophomore guard, or sophomore forward, number 5'6" from Dover, Delaware, number 21, Tamia Jones. Next out for the Devils, their leading scorer, the junior from Lyndhurst, New Jersey, number 22, Angela Downey. And rounding things out, the sophomore shooting guard from Philadelphia, New Foundations Chider High School, number 23, Destiny Knight. Devils are coached by Reggie Daniels. He is in his first year with FDU-Florham. His assistant is Samantha Lapchinsky. For the Aggies, start with the 5'7" sophomore guard from Bensalem, Pennsylvania, number 12, Haley Keenan. Next out, freshman guard, 5'3", from Lidditz, Pennsylvania, Warwick High School, number 13, Jess Williamson. Next out, sophomore guard, 5'6", from Reading, Pennsylvania, Lancaster Country Day School, number 20, Kayla Stinkowitz. Next out for the Aggies, the senior guard from Sea Isle City, number 24, Lauren Moretti. And rounding out the starting lineups, the junior forward, 5'7", from Sharon, Massachusetts, Norfolk Country Agricultural School, number 32, Lisette Eloy. Aggies are coached by Laura Hogan here in her 26th season with the Aggies. Her assistants are Shannon Barlow and Katie McFadden. So these 2 teams met twice during the regular season. They split their 2 games, each winning on their own floor. The deciding factor in who got to host was Delaware Valley is the only one of the 2 to have a win over someone other than the other team in this game, as the Aggies had a win at Lycoming that ended up being the tiebreaker. Lycoming, the 7th seed in the tournament. They will play Stevens on Wednesday night. Winner of this one will travel to Center Valley to play DeSales. And you've got Misericordia and Wilkes, and Kings and Arcadia rounding out the rest of the tournament seedings. FDU-Florham men also in action tonight. They're in the play-in game, also on the road. They were taking on Kings College. Winner of that game also goes to Center Valley, as the Bulldogs of DeSales have the top seed on the men's and the women's side. The Delaware Valley men will be home on Wednesday night as the 4 seed. They'll take on the 5 seed Lycoming. Aggies jump it with their shooting guard, Haley Keenan. Delaware Valley has had issues with lack of forwards all year. FDU-Florham with a little bit of size, but they're not huge either. And we are underway. Angela Downey with the first shot of the game, and it's no good. The last matchup between these two teams a couple weeks ago, Aggies got off to a real big lead and then held on as FDU-Florham hit a ton of threes in the second half. Aggies ran the same play 6 times for 6 different baskets in the first quarter, and they had it open except Haley Keenan was adjusting her jersey, and so she wasn't ready to catch the pass. She's still adjusting her jersey. And FDU-Florham brings it down the floor. Scoreless, 45 seconds in. Brielle Fideau guarded. Tamaya Jones. Jones for Downey. She's the Devils' leading scorer. Nobody for Florham averages more than 9 points per game. The Aggies have 2 players over double figures, but not much scoring beyond that. So the 2 teams that have struggled most offensively here this season. Florham has 2 wins on the year. Overall record 2-19, and the Devils throw the ball away here. Aggies a few more than that. Aggies were actually at 500 approaching the semester break. They finished 6-14. Kayla Stankiewicz down the floor. FDU-Florham will play zone. There's Keenan. That was the spot they had her on the floor for basically the entire game the last time around. It worked really, really well for the first quarter. Keenan had 10 points, 6 assists in the first quarter, but then she was pretty much shut out the rest of the way until late in the game. I suspect he's watching and listening back home. We want to say hello to Eric Hitch, normally the play-by-play guy for Aggies women's basketball, battling through a flu this week. Eric, I hope you feel all right, and there's a win here to make you feel a little better. Right now, we're still scoreless. Shot off the mark. Haley Keenan the rebound. Stankiewicz dribbles to the right side. Moretti drives in, pass, deflects off the hands of Arian Coleman, who had a rough game the last time these 2 teams played. Devils are playing without their best player, lost for the season earlier on. Jada Bing lost in an injury. Pass from Williamson. I'm not sure who she was looking for, but it's taken away by Jones, who played well the last time FDU-Florham was here. Downey gets away with a walk, misses the shot. Jones with the rebound and puts it up for 2. Florham on the scoreboard. 2-0 FDU. Stankiewicz for Keenan. Across the defense for Moretti. Outside, Williamson will take the 3. That is on mark, and that is good. Jess Williamson for 3. Doesn't shoot a real high percentage, but is getting more comfortable from out there. Freshman guard. Also plays for the Aggies women's soccer team. And Delaware Valley with a 3-2 lead. Drive in, Fideau has her shot blocked and fouled by Haley Keenan. First playoff appearance for Delaware Valley since, I believe, they played FDU-Florham back when FDU-Florham was on their run to a national championship. Seems like a long time ago, but FDU-Florham was an undefeated national champion under Mark Mitchell a number of years ago. Aggies had Aaron Anastasi, an All-American. Both programs in a rebuild since then. Free throw up and good for Brielle Fideau, senior guard. Gives FDU-Florham a 4-3 lead. Stankiewicz for Moretti. Keenan out of that spot she was in a little while ago. Gives it back to Moretti. Drives in, past Eloy. Got it. Lays it up for 2. Lisette Eloy, not a big scorer, but gets inside for 2. Aggies lost their starting power forward Taylor Richardson during the season. Also lost Kiara Williamson. or Williams, excuse me, as Downey, I'm not sure where she was going there, but has the ball taken away. Keenan down the floor, layup, up and good. Keenan leads the Aggies in just about every category. And gets the basket there. 7-4. Delaware Valley on top by 3. Arian Coleman guarded by Jess Williamson. Coleman with the height advantage. And Coleman takes her inside. Jones for Fado. Fado for 3. Yes! Brielle Fado for 3. Senior guard has 5 points. Shoots 30% from out there. Keenan has it stripped away, and that went off of Lauren Moretti's shin and out of bounds. Downey averages 8.6 per game. Fado 8.1. Then you go J.D. Tolentino, who was lost for the season. Tamaya Jones and Arian Coleman. They're all in that 7 to 8 point per game range. Jones has it poked away, gets it back, recovers, lays it up for 2. So a 5-0 run for the Devils puts FDU-Florham in front, 9-7. As Fado and Jones have all of the points. Stankiewicz for Williamson, who will take the 3. Not this time, rattles out, and Coleman with the rebound, and then she gets fouled by Eloy. Devils make their first substitution. Checking in for FDU-Florham, the junior forward from Roxbury, New Jersey. Number 1, Cassidy Miller. Miller replaces Destiny Knight. Aggies counter with their first sub of the game. The 5'10 freshman forward from Charlestown, West Virginia. Number 14, Scarlett King. Miller shakes free of Keenan, shot up and good. Devils a 9-0 run here, or 7-0 run. Eleven to 7. Keenan drives in, kicks out. Moretti's 3 way off the mark. And the Devils come down the floor with an 11-7 lead. Neither team has won much. I mean, you can tell that from their overall records. But the Devils, as Downey gets away with a shove, the Devils have at least been competitive in most of their games down the stretch, something the Aggies really can't say they have been. Delaware Valley's been handled at home by the lower placed teams in the conference. And ball stolen away from Williamson by Cassidy Miller. Devils an 11-7 lead. 7-0 run here for FDU. Coleman drives, and she's fouled by Lauren Moretti. Third foul on Del Val. First on Moretti. Now they're going to get, well, they say Scarlett King, but I think that's Lauren Moretti who is on the foul. Coleman gets it inbounds to Fado, who will chase. Brielle Fado, 13th start of the year, 19th game for the senior. Coleman kicks over, wide open. Miller's shot, no. Keenan has it. Ball knocked free. Stankiewicz controls. Aggies down by 4. Stankiewicz drives into the zone defense and pulls it back out. Through the legs of Scarlett King out of bounds. And a 30-second timeout taken by Delaware Valley.
30-second timeout, Delaware Valley. Ladies and gentlemen, at halftime of today's contest, we invite you to take your seats.
We'll keep an eye on the
Four-time MAC champion, Delaware Valley.
other playing game for you since it involves FDU-Florham. Won't have much to report for a while as that game starts at 7 o'clock. FDU set to inbound the ball. Devils lead 11-7. 7-0 run for Florham. Aggies scoreless for their last 3 minutes. Coleman. As Cassidy Miller looking for somebody to screen. Found somebody. Pass to Miller. Shot blocked, and that's a traveling violation. Nice defense there by Scarlett King. Forces the turnover by the Devils. These two teams both struggle with that. 7th turnover of the game for the teams combined. And there's the 8th. Coleman. Pass for Jones, who came into the lane. Downey for 3. No. And rebound finds its way out of bounds. Aggies will make a substitution. Checking in for Del Val, number 25. That's the sophomore guard from Brick, New Jersey, Jenna Schissel. And the Devils counter with a 5'9" swing guard from Seymour, Connecticut, number 13, Kylie Drezick. Drezick with the right brace on her knee. Stankiewicz from Moretti. Schissel for 3. No. Jones unable to get to the ball, and the Aggies will retain possession with a fresh shot clock. Delaware Valley trailing 11-7. Stankiewicz has it knocked away out of bounds. Jones tries to save it. Moretti inbounds to Haley Keenan. Moretti drives in. And traveling violation on Lauren Moretti. We mentioned this a couple of times in some of our prior broadcasts. If the Aggies win tonight, Lauren Moretti, assuming she plays on Wednesday, which is a pretty safe assumption, would appear in her 106th game. That would tie the program high held by Aaron Anastasi. But the Aggies have to win here tonight for that to continue. Whoops, Arian Coleman. Wow, she was wide open. Drezick will try a 3 instead. Keenan has it. Gets pushed, and it kicked off the shin of the Aggies' Kayla Stankiewicz out of bounds. Downey to inbound. Neither team doing much scoring here over the last few minutes. Aggies haven't scored in 4.5 minutes. Devils haven't scored in 3 of those 4.5 minutes. Jones drives in. Shot is blocked by King. And Jenna Schissel will bring the ball up. Keenan. Jumper from the foul line. Good. Haley Keenan for 2. She's 2 for 2. Ends the 7-0 FDU run. It's 11-9 Devils. Coleman lost the handle, got it back off the glass. No, Schissel with the rebound. It's a 3-on-2 break, 4-on-2. And the Aggies will slow it down. Keenan, pull-up jumper, got it, count it, going to the line. Sophomore from Ben Salem and a 1,000-point scorer in high school. And a chance for a 3-point play here. Keenan 3 for 3, 6 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal in 8 minutes of action. Cassidy Miller, who picked up the foul, will head to the bench. And they're going to replace her with Fado, I think, who just got tossed from the low post spot by Angela Downey. Keenan no good on the free throw, but Scarlett King the rebound. King, no, but she traveled. Took a lot of extra steps there trying to get that shot off. Keenan, a 4-0 run on her own as the Aggies even here at 11 points apiece. Stands filling up. Aggies football team will be honored at the half. Football team won the MAC title. 40 consecutive wins for Delaware Valley men's football. Aggies reaching the second round of the NCAA playoffs this year and had the #1 defense, statistically speaking, in the entire country at any level. Aggies with the ball here. Keenan drives. No. Finish that thought. The Aggies were #1 in points against, rushing yards against, passing yards against, and obviously total yards against at any level of college football this year. 11-11. Coleman drives in. That shot off the mark. And Coleman runs over the top of Schissel. The officials, understandably, were not watching because neither player was anywhere near the ball. Scarlett King with the jumper up and good, and the Aggies have a 13-11 lead. Dryzik down the floor. Kicks over. Downey says, give it back. Dryzik will drive on her own. Shot is blocked twice by two different players. And then Coleman has it blocked by Stankiewicz. And then Moretti has it stolen away. Keenan getting back on defense. And that is a charge. That's a tough call because Keenan was nowhere near having her feet set there. Jones did initiate the contact, but you certainly couldn't say that Keenan was set. First foul on Tamaya. Aggies with a 13-11 lead. I don't think I've seen a possession where three players blocked the shot on the same shot, basically. Keenan for three, no, and that's the way the first half comes to a close. Something of concern, though, Lauren Moretti, who we mentioned as being the second all-time player in games at Delaware Valley, came off the court hurt at the end of the first quarter and is getting looked at by the trainer on the far side bench. Aggies finished that first quarter with a 6-0 run, and they lead FDU-Florham 13-11 at the end of one period. This is the only game in the Freedom Conference tonight on the women's side. The only game on the men's side is the play-in game there that will start at Scanlon Gymnasium at 7 o'clock. Kings hosting FDU-Florham there. NCAA tournament in women's basketball, 64 teams. And the field will take shape over the span of about 6 days. It's a very compressed conference championship season here in Division III. First two rounds played on host institution sites. So are the third and fourth round. And then the national championship game will be played in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Women's national championship rotates, moves around the country, different sites every year. Happens to be in Pittsburgh this year. 13-11. Aggies on top. Stankiewicz for Williamson for Keenan. For Schissel for three. That is on the mark. No, Scarlett King the rebound, though. And has it knocked away. Well, all five Aggies touch the ball, so that makes it easy to tell you who's on the floor. And nobody stops Tamaya Jones, who goes on a run for two. Tied at 13. Jones with a very good first quarter. Jones has 6. Fado had 5. Only one other scorer for the Devils in that first quarter. Ball knocked away. Devils were 5 for 15, 1 for 3 from behind the arc, and 2 for 2 from the foul line. Aggies were 6 for 13, 1 for 7 behind the arc, and just one free throw attempt that they missed. Madison Smith in the game. She was wide open. She's still wide open. Doesn't get any more open than that. Aggies elect to take the shot instead, and it's no good. Smith, a freshman guard for Delaware Valley. Smith has Jones go right by her. Shot up and good. Tamaya Jones, 8 points. Devils lead by 2. Jones 4 for 5, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and there's another. Not for Jones, but for the Devils. That was Briella Fideau who takes it away. Brielle Fideau from Jefferson Township High School in New Jersey. Jones goes to work again. That time Keenan shuts her off. And another Jones. Or excuse me, a Smith. Madison Smith with the rejection. Schissel. For Williamson, who has the only 3. Lauren Moretti on the sideline standing next to Coach Hogan. Looks like she'll come back in. Madison Smith, jumper, no. Rebound controlled by Angela Downey. 15-13, FDU on top. Fideau gets called for the traveling violation. I wasn't sure there was a travel, but there was definitely a push-off. Well, Lauren Moretti returns. Quiet first quarter for Lauren, 0 for 2, both 3-point attempts. She had 4 assists. It did not feel like Delaware Valley had 4 assists in that first quarter, but evidently they did. And Lauren had all of them. Aggies down 15-13. Madison Smith to Haley Keenan, and she's fouled. Angela Downey tumbles to the floor. Keenan heads to the free throw line. All conference honorees will be announced at the end of this week. See if Haley Keenan makes that list. Leads the Aggies in scoring with 16.5. First free throw good. Second on the team among players who have played more than a handful of games in rebounding. Hits them both. Leads the team, or second on the team in assists, leads them in steals, leads them in blocks as well. Keenan hits both shots here, and there's a steal for Haley. And Haley undercut. Arian Coleman, good sportsmanship, scoops her to the floor. And Haley Keenan back to the free throw line. She's got 8 points already. First foul on Arian Coleman, second on the Devils. That one's off the mark. Haley, an okay free throw shooter. She's 1 for 3 here tonight, but she shoots 70% overall. And hits the second. So Haley Keenan has all but 2 of the Aggies' points over the last 10 minutes at 16-15. Keenan with 9. Tamaya Jones with 8 for FDU. Coleman for Downey. Tamaya Jones on the bench at the moment. There's Fideau. Fideau works away around Keenan, but nothing on there. Coleman on the shorter Williamson. Good defense by Moretti. Destiny Knight for 3. No. Air ball. Cassidy Miller's follow won't go. And the Devils will reset. Downey for 3. Rattles off. Rebound. And a foul called. Yeah, it's going to stay here, I think. Or is it on FDU? I would think that's on Madison Smith, yeah. So Smith picks up the foul. Madison will head to the bench. It's her first foul. Lisette Eloy back in the game for Del Val, as is Kayla Stankiewicz. Haley Keenan gets a break, a short one, I imagine. Destiny Knight for 3, no. Rebound chased down by Lauren Moretti, who is the team's leader in that category. And coming up on 500 rebounds in her career. She's always been a very good rebounder. Bad pass from Lauren, though. She throws it right to Arian Coleman. 12th turnover of the game already for Delaware Valley. Downey wide open. Misses the 3. Cassidy Miller with the rebound. Aggies and Devils even at 13 apiece. Downey again, no. Rebound Coleman, and Williamson last touched it for no good reason, and so it's FDU ball. And Moretti's going to immediately go back to the end of the bench and have her ankle worked on. Coleman lofts it inbounds for Fideau. Coleman. Arian drives into the paint, high dribble, and that ends up being a carry. FDU's coached by Reggie Daniels, who was hired really, really late, he was announced on September 7th. School year starts on, Labor Day, so he had less than zero time to recruit. This will be his first off-season coming up. And Stankiewicz airmails it, but Williamson tracks it down. Schissel for Stankiewicz. Aggies lead by 1. Schissel for Williamson. Down low for Keenan, who runs into her own teammate. Puts it up. No. Rebound, Angela Downey. Downey so far 0 for 7 from 3, and a steal by Eloy. And then a foul by Arian Coleman, and that's her second. Downey 0 for 7, 6 3-point attempts. She does have 3 rebounds, though. Second foul on Coleman. She'll stay on the floor. Officials asking about the shot clock. 5:37 on the game clock. I think they have to reset it to 20, is it? $27. All right. FDU-Florham will take advantage of the clock situation, and a technical foul has been assessed? On who?
The technical foul called against Delaware Valley number 32.
Oh, okay. Foul is on Lisette Eloy. The guys are walking to the wrong end of the floor. They're going to shoot it down there if it's a technical foul, aren't they? Well, Eloy goes to the bench. I guess she said the magic word, whatever it was. And the Devils will shoot it. A rarity. You don't see a whole lot of technical fouls, particularly when play is not underway. Ryan Black from the men's basketball team trying to make some noise on the far sideline. And Cadeau's first free throw is no good. Cadeau gets the second. FDU-Florham has really struggled from the foul line this year. Dryzik and Downey are 70% each, but the rest of the team, you've got some players on the team who shoot sub 50%. Tamaya Jones, 45%. Arian Coleman, 49%. But the Devils get 1 of 2, and they get the ball, and they throw it away. Williamson with the steal, and Coleman won't even bother. Williamson scores, and the Aggies back up by 2. 5 points for the freshman. Probably the right decision by Coleman if she doesn't want to pick up her third foul halfway through the second quarter. Jones goes by Keenan but forgets the ball. And airmails it out of bounds. Angela Downey and Brielle Fideau out. And everybody out because it's a timeout and a full. Full timeout taken. We'll take it with him. Delaware Valley leads FDU-Florham in your MAC tournament playing game, 18-16. Delaware Valley with the lead and the ball. Williamson, Stankiewicz, Schissel, Snight, and Keenan, the 5 who break the huddle. Keenan tries to squeeze it in there. Last touch by Coleman, out of bounds. Listening to Coach Hogan. He says, go straight to the block, you're open. Keenan, jumper, yes! Haley Keenan, off to a hot start. 4 for 8 from the floor, 11 points to go with 4 rebounds, an assist, 2 steals, and a block. Aggies by 4. Pass down to the post. Kick out, 3 on the way, no. Williamson did everything she could, but she's outsized by about a foot by Coleman. Penetration, Keenan tries to kick it. Takes a swing and misses, and Jones runs her over. That time Keenan did have her feet planted, and Jones just plowed right through her. Tamaya Jones' second foul. Destiny Knight in. Jones to the bench. Delaware Valley benefits from the Devils' 13th turnover of the game. Assist to turnover ratio is going to be ugly in this one, and it's -7 for Del Val and -11 for the Devils. Williamson for 3, yikes. Cassidy Miller with the rebound. Coleman for Downey. Slings it for Dryzik. Dryzik over, Miller, jumper, no. Keenan, rebound, knocked away out of bounds by Coleman. Lauren Moretti going to check in with her left knee, wrapped pretty significantly. She's waited a long time to play a postseason game here and is not going to miss the opportunity. Keenan for Stankiewicz. For Schissel. Schissel for 3. Yes! Jenna Schissel for 3. Aggies with a 23-16 lead. Second 3 of the night for Del Val. 2 for 9 are the Aggies. 3:30 to play. Coleman blows by the defense, a wide open layup. Instead, she passes. And that's one Coleman probably should have shot. Dryzik, who had the traveling violation, checks out. Brielle Fadeau in. Tamaya Jones in. Cassidy Miller out. Lauren Moretti, who played all of one possession, going back to the bench. Asia Kellum replaces her. And Lauren just can't go. She's headed back to the training table. Stankiewicz for Schissel. Coleman with the steal. Fadeau. Wide open, Jones hopping up and down like mad. And then it's stolen away by Keenan. Keenan. Nope. Downey with the rebound. Coleman down the floor, blows by Kellum, and all the way to the rim for 2. Marion Coleman, first basket of the night, 1 for 3. Aggies by 5. Kellum for Knight, for Schissel, who's wide open. That's off the mark. Jenna likes that spot. She's taken all her shots from right there. She's only made 1 so far, though. Jones slows it down. Coleman for Knight. Knight thinks 3. Hands it off for Downey instead. Jones will go to work. Kellum takes a poke at it. Jones goes by Scarlett King and draws the foul. Probably a good foul for King, though, because as we mentioned, Tamaya Jones is a 45% foul line free throw shooter. Jones at the line. First one, no good. Second one coming here for Tamaya. Good start for her tonight. 4 of 6 from the field for 8 points. And she misses both free throws, but Destiny Knight takes the rebound away from a sleeping Scarlett King. And Jones off her knee out of bounds. And a timeout taken by Coach Hogan. 2:04 to play. Delaware Valley leading 23-18. Coming up on Wednesday, I think 7 o'clock. That'll be the Aggies men's team in action. Aggies needed a bunch of things to break right in the last week of the season to get a home game, and they all did. Aggies won their last 2 games, including over top seed DeSales here last Wednesday night, and then on Saturday, after the Aggies won their non-conference matchup with Cheney University, Arcadia and DeSales both won their games, and that gave Delaware Valley the 4 seed in the playoffs. So on the men's side, it's DeSales 1, Stevens 2, Arcadia 3, Delaware Valley 4, Lycoming is 5, Misericordia 6, Wilkes 7, and Kings and FDU-Florham playing in the playing game tonight. 23-18, Lauren Moretti continuing to have her left knee worked on the sideline. Senior for Del Val waited a long time, 105 games, as King drives herself out of bounds. Got hurt in the first quarter, near the end of the first quarter, and has been intermittently on the floor, but for no more than 15 seconds at a time since. Lauren Moretti, 1,000 points in her career. Fado for 3, blocked. Deflects tonight. Boy, Haley Keenan is everywhere. That was Keenan with the second block of the game, her 20th of the season. Now Fado is wide open, and she thinks better of it. Tired of having her shot blocked. Downey for 3, air ball, and Coleman tries to save it, but out of bounds. Boy, Angela Downey is actually a decent three-point shooter, but man, not tonight. Downey, who shoots, she's attempted 187 threes on the year. She's attempted 8 here tonight and has not made one yet. Kellum for Keenan off of her forehead. And back for Kellum. Kellum down line, nice pass, Scarlett. King no, gets her own rebound and scores. Asia Kellum nursing her right hand, which is wrapped in trainer's tape. Pass out, Coleman not a three-point shooter, and that's a traveling violation. 17th turnover for the Devils. 25-18 Del Val, 41 seconds to play. 10-second differential between shot and game clock. Schissel for Stankowitz for Kellum. Guarded by Coleman. Stankowitz for Kellum. 14 on the shot clock. Schissel for Stankowitz. Drives baseline, nothing there. 8 on the shot clock. Stankowitz to Keenan. 5 on the shot clock. Haley scores. When in doubt, just give her the ball. 13 points for Keenan. 7 seconds to play in the quarter. Aggies by 9. Downey for 3. No. Front rim. Coleman tips the rebound, and Knight won't be able to get the final shot off. Now Haley Keenan takes over from about the 2-minute mark of the 8-minute mark of the first quarter through the end of the half. Keenan finishes with 13, and the Aggies have a 27-18 halftime lead. We'll take a break. We'll be back in about 12 minutes. We'll get you your first half statistics, talk through the rest of the Freedom Conference tournament on the women's side, and preview on Wednesday night's men's tournament game. Back in a bit. Well, last week, the Aggies honored their fall sports athletes, except for one sport, and that's this one. That's the football team. The Aggies went 11-1, finished in the top 15 in the country. Number 1 ranked statistical defense in the country. Had the offense and defensive player of the year in the conference. And a handful of All-Americans, including Yusuf Aladinoff, Jameer Pavard, and Anthony Tedesco for Del Val. Ouch, that looks painful. Somebody. Lots of bodies. There's a lot of guys on the football team. We'll go back into our cone of silence here for the last 5 minutes, but wanted to explain what all of that was. We'll come back in about 5 minutes and get you your first half stats. Welcome back. Let's get you your first half numbers. Delaware Valley leading FDU-Florham at the break. 27-18. Not an intentional dramatic pause there. Aggies in the first half shoot 11 for 26. That is 42%. Devils 7 of 29, 24%. FDU-Florham 3 of 14 in the second quarter. They missed all 8 of their three-point attempts in that quarter. And the Devils were 1 for 14 for 3 in the first half. Aggies 2 for 10 from behind the arc. Teams not a lot of free throws either way. FDU-Florham was 3 of 6. Aggies were 3 of 5. Florham out rebounds the Aggies in that first half, 22-17. Devils with 10 offensive rebounds. Assist to turnover ratio, it was ugly as we thought it might be. Devils a minus 15, 2 up to 17 down. And the Aggies a minus 7, 8 up to 15 down. Standouts in the first quarter, well, pretty easy for both teams. Haley Keenan, 13 points, 5 of 10 from the floor, 3 of 5 from the foul line, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 3 steals and 2 blocks in basically a full 20 minutes. She came off the floor for 25 seconds in that first half. Other scores for Delaware Valley, minimal but a handful of contributions. Jess Williamson with 5, 4 points for Scarlett King, 3 for Jenna Schissel, and 2 for Lisette Eloy. Noteworthy by the absence, Lauren Moretti, who, again, was hurt in the latter stages of the first quarter, 0 for 2 with 2 rebounds and 4 assists in the first quarter, came back out and tried to play a handful of times, each time lasting only about 30 seconds before she went back to the bench. She has a brace on her left knee. She is warming up, but not sure how much she's going to be able to play here. And for the Aggies' kind of spiritual leader and a player who's given so much to this program, 1,000-point scorer, and one of the bright spots for the Aggies over the last few years. And boy, I mean, again, tonight is her 105th game. Sure, you can say hi to folks in Arizona. Who do you want to say hi to? Shannon Barlow's uncle. Okay, Uncle Bill and Aunt Peggy in Arizona. Hello to the Barlows. There you go. Watching endlessly. Well, hope you're enjoying things. I'm sure it is warmer there than it is here, although it was pretty warm today. But always nice to say hello to somebody who's out there in extended Aggies Nation. FDU-Florham, their top performer in that first half, Tamaya Jones with 8 points, 4 of 6 from the floor. She also had 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 3 steals. She had 5 turnovers. Keenan had 4 turnovers. Everybody's got turnovers in the first half, so we don't even need to really mention those, although I guess I just did. The Devils only played 7 players in that first half. The Aggies played 9. And that is about as deep as Del Val will go. Florham, the last time they were here, they played a few more than that, but shorter rotations come postseason time are not unusual. Arian Coleman, Angela Downey, Tamaya Jones, Destiny Knight, and Brielle Fideau, the 5 on the floor. Fideau had 5 in the first quarter. Jones had 8. The Devils only scores from 2 other players, and one of them was Coleman, who travels on the first play of the second half. Aggies have Williamson, Stankiewicz, Moretti, who is out there, Haley Keenan, and Scarlett King in place of Lisette Eloy. Williamson for Moretti, Stankiewicz for Williamson. 13 on the shot clock. Stankiewicz to Williamson, who will take the sidearm 3. No. Rebound Jones. Moretti able to dart down there and contest the rebound, so hopefully that's a good sign. Jones for Downey, who's not going to go 0 for the whole night, I wouldn't think. She's a good three-point shooter. Knight shot off the mark, and Moretti there for the long rebound. Jess Williamson comes flying down the floor. Good pass to Haley Keaton for 2. Good recognition from Williamson, and no one picked her up, and the freshman dishes off for 2. 29-18. Aggies by 11, largest lead for either team as Downey fires a pass to Knight. Knight for 3, no. And a foul on the floor. I think Kayla Stankiewicz, or is it Jess Williamson? It's on Williamson, her first. Foul trouble in the first half. Tamaya Jones with 2 fouls. Scarlett King with 2 fouls. Everybody else is clean, although Angela Downey's got one extra one now too. She's got 2 fouls. Your officials tonight: Gina Catanzari, Jara Rusnick, and Melinda Moore. 3 for Moretti, no. Keenan with the rebound, well, no. Last touch by Florham. Winner of this game gets sent to Center Valley to take on DeSales, number 2 in the region. Not just outside the top 25, although they started the year number 9 in the country. DeSales lost 3 games early because they lost their top player to injury. But she's back, and so are they, and they haven't lost since. Dryzik, or rather Fado, blows right by from Moretti, but misses the shot. And Moretti flips it to Stankiewicz. Stankiewicz to Williamson. To King. Pull-up jumper from Scarlett. No. Scarlett King is also battling an injury of some sort. You can see she's reaching down at her left knee and is not able to run full speed. She did not play last Wednesday against DeSales. Jones working around Downey for 3. No. And Downey is grabbed and hugged and fouled by Downey, and that's her 3rd. Downey out, Dryzik in. Stevens will be the 2 seed. The Ducks kind of stumbled into the tournament here. They lost their last 2 games to Misericordia and then Wilkes. That last one a surprise. Stevens had been ranked in the region, but they won't be when the new regional rankings come out. Moretti open, got it. Good find from Scarlett King. And the first 2 points of the night for the senior Lauren Moretti. 3 seed will be Kings. Samantha Raja, top player for the Monarchs. Destiny Knight for 3, no. Pass up, got it, count it, going to the line. Tamaya Jones with a 3-point play opportunity. 4th seed in the tournament will be Misericordia. And Wilkes played themselves from the 7 spot to the 5 spot over the last 3 games. And you got Arcadia as the 6 spot team. Lycoming is the 7. And then these 2. And Jones, yikes. It's just not her thing. 45% free throw shooter. Misses that one. Moretti, whoa. Got Downey off her feet. Shot is an air ball. As you can see, Lauren just not able to jump. 31-20. Arian Coleman down the floor. There was about 3 extra steps there, but she was fouled.
Foul called against the Aggies, number 13, Jess Williamson. That's her 2nd personal. Arian Coleman at the line, shooting 2.
Coleman at the line. Gets his first. Coleman hits them both. (31-22). Pass deflects to Scarlett King. King spins and she travels. 31-22, Delaware Valley on top. A few minutes into the second quarter here. Teams with 4 points apiece. So far in the second half, Dryzik. Stolen away by Williamson. 3-on-2. It's always a good option. Gives it to Keenan. Keenan shot. No. And Jones with the rebound. 6th rebound of the night for Tamaya. 10 points to go with it. Coleman for Knight, who scoreless so far. Dryzik, same thing. Downey, same thing. Williamson nearly another steal. Coleman saves it. 10 on the shot clock. Jones drives in on Keenan. Oh, nice fake. Shot will not fall. King tips it to herself as Destiny Knight hits the deck. Williamson for Stankiewicz. Stankiewicz for Moretti. 31-22. Stankiewicz for 3. Off the mark. Cassidy Miller, Brielle Fadeau back in for Fairleigh Dickinson University College at Florham. That's the full name. FDU has a Division I and a Division III program. Only team in the country, only school in the country that I can think other than the state universities. You know, Penn State, Wisconsin, those schools, they have D1 and D3 programs. But the only private school I can think of that has a Division I and a Division III team. Jumper up, nope. Tipped, batted around. King controls eventually. FDU TNEC is the D1 program. King banging, chopping. I think it's on King, isn't it? No. It's on Cassidy Miller, who took a shot to the rib cage. Ouch. Second on Miller. Third of the quarter on the Devils. Jenna Schissel back in the game. Moretti thinks about a 3. Schissel for Keenan. Keenan draws the crowd. Moretti for 3. Off the mark. Lauren just can't get any elevation on her shot with the injured knee. 31-22. 4:20 to play. Miller shaking off her teammate like a pitcher who wants a different pitch, and there's a steal. Well, Jess Williamson having a nice night. 7 points. 3rd steal of the game. She's a freshman playing her 2nd sport, and has been a nice contributor for Del Val. Mentioned she's a very good soccer player. And she does. She has another one. Off the glass. Nope, not this time, but Schissel chases down the rebound, and a foul? I'm not sure who it was on. No, it's on Del Val. It's on Haley Keenan, I believe. It's Keenan's 2nd. Keenan heads over to the trainer's table. Looks to be okay. Full timeout taken by Del Val. 33-22, Aggies on top. 3:43 to play in the 3rd quarter. score update for you from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. FDU-Florham men underway in their play-in game. And the Devils lead Kings 15-13, 14:54 to play in the first half in Wilkes-Barre, where Kings is hosting. Winner of that game, like the winner of this game, they'll see each other in the Allentown region, where DeSales will host as Jess Williamson gets run over. Smush. Kick out, 3 from Downey. No. Bodies flying all over the place. Tamaya Jones. Ball comes shooting out of there like somebody pressed the B button. Out of bounds, 33-22. Aggies get the turnover. Stankiewicz for Williamson. Williamson for Stankiewicz. For Schissel for 3. No. And Scarlett, nope, it hit the guide wire. Out of bounds. (33-22). 3 for Fideau. Yes! Brielle Fideau for 3. Second 3 of the game for Fideau. In fact, she's the only player for FU to have hit one. Knights are 2 for 19. Schissel. Outside, Williamson for 3. Yes! Jess Williamson for 3. She's got 10, and the Aggies back up by 11. Aggies not shooting a whole lot better from out there. 3 of 17. Fideau on the injured Lauren Moretti, who again hurt her knee in the first quarter. And good job by Lauren there to help out on defense. Williamson, who's been everywhere, comes out with the ball and then loses it. Destiny Knight down behind the play for FDU-Florham. Their trainer comes out onto the floor. And Kylie Dryzik is going to come out. Destiny on the floor. Shaking her head at the trainer as her head coach comes out. And she gets her way to the bench. Looks like it's a cramp the way she's stretching herself out there. (36-25). Aggies with the ball. No, Devils with the ball. That makes more sense. Under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Delaware Valley leads by 11. Jones shakes, drives, draws a crowd. And ball last touched by Delaware Valley, they say, to the dismay of the wrestling team. Unsuccessfully pleads for that to go the other way. Dryzik. Oh, nice pass. Jones. That was easy. Tamaya Jones with 12 now. Back to a 9-point Delaware Valley lead. Kellum for Stankiewicz. For Williamson, who eventually finds the handle. Kellum, ouch. Oh my. 3 up and no good, and Kellum, and they'll blow the whistle to stop play as Kellum went face first into the floor. Ouch. Trainer out to look at Kellum. Asia gets up. Sophomore biology major makes her way to the training table, which has been busier than you'd like tonight. So both teams now with the player getting attention. Destiny Knight has an ice bag on her right knee. Kellum is bleeding from landing face first on the floor. And Keenan takes the ball away from Coleman. Driving in, shot, got it, count it, going to the line. Keenan over the top of Tamaya Jones, who picks up her third foul. And Keenan with 17 points now. Aggies with 15 points off of the Devils' turnovers tonight. Make it 16. 39-27. Del Val by 12. Largest lead of the game for Delaware Valley. Fideau. Wrestling team wanted a turnover there. Coleman. And that's no call, but I'm assuming that's on Keenan. No, it's on Coleman. That's Coleman's third. Official was just waiting to see what Coleman's number was. Fifth foul of the quarter on the Devils. Any more and the Aggies will shoot. Williamson for Stankiewicz for Schissel. Not sure where Scarlett was going there, but three blue jerseys take the ball away. Kylie Dryzik down the floor. Oh, that was deflected into the hands of Jones. Jones got it. Nice shot from Tamaya Jones. 39-29, Jones with 14, and Stankiewicz shot at the buzzer, no good, and that's the way the third quarter comes to an end. Aggies outscore the Devils by 1. 10 more minutes to go. Aggies looking for a postseason victory. Fourth quarter coming up, Delaware Valley leading 39-29. Aggies looking for their first victory in the postseason in a long time. And it does come with a asterisk on it. This is the play-in game of the tournament, 8 versus 9. So not nearly as hard to get a win here as it is in most seasons when it's a 4-team conference tournament. Schissel for Stankiewicz for Scarlett King, who makes a nice catch and scores. Nice job by Scarlett King to collect and score off the pass from Stankiewicz. Third assist for Kayla. Third basket for Scarlett. Downey, wrong team. Williamson takes it away. It's a 3-on-2 break. Williamson loses the ball. Now Keenan has it through the legs of Williamson and out of bounds. Well, no, not out of bounds. Nice stave by Jenna Schissel. 16 on the shot clock. And Schissel gives it to Williamson, who thinks about a three. Schissel thinks about a three. Lots of thoughts about threes. Instead, it'll be Keenan. Takes a shot and gets whacked. Fourth foul on Angela Downey, who has had a night to forget. 0 for 11 from the floor, 0 for 10 from 3. She does have 5 rebounds, 4 turnovers, and now 4 fouls. Downey comes out. Destiny Knight, who was hurt, comes back into the game. That's her with the heavily wrapped right knee, number 23. Aggies players have had 2 players injured. Asia Kellum, who's still over at the training table, and Lauren Moretti, who hurt her left knee in the first quarter and has played somewhat limited minutes. Lauren sitting with her right hand on her left knee on the bench. Keenan at the line. Whoops. Looking up at the sound table. I don't know how that went off. Nobody touched anything. Keenan hits 1 and 2. 19 points for Haley, 15 rebounds, 4 steals, 2 blocks in 28 minutes for the sophomore. If the Aggies are going to have an all-conference honoree, it's going to be her. Destiny Knight for 3. No. And the Devils are 2 for 20 from behind the arc. Dryzik drives in and draws the foul. First foul on Jenna Schissel. And Kylie Dryzik heads to the free throw line. Kylie on the season, a 70% free throw shooter, and she hits the first. Second one coming here for Dryzik, playing in her 20th game of the year. It's up and good. 42-31. Destiny Knight back to the bench. Tamaya Jones returns. 42-31. Aggies have led by 11 for a while now. Lead got a teeter-tottering between 8 and 12. Schissel, nice catch. Block, got it, count it, going to the line. What a recovery. Schissel had her shot blocked, but it lands right in the hands of Haley Keenan, who scores, and will head back to the free throw line. 6th rebound of the night for Keenan, 21 points. Free throw attempt coming here. Nope, not this time. Aggies lead by 13, largest lead of the game, 8:10 to play. Coleman. Keenan was sneaking up on Jones there. Coleman guarded by Williamson. Beats her off the dribble, but is nowhere to go. Dryzik. Shot short. Rebound Schissel. Schissel sees Jones coming and gives it for Keenan, who will get it in for Jess Williamson. Williamson for Stenkowitz. Schissel for Kayla. Kayla for Jenna. Scarlett, 3 on the shot clock. Williamson takes the 3. No, but Keenan the rebound and the score. Well, FDU can't really do much better than that. I mean, they hold the Aggies to a desperation 3 with 1 second, and the ball lands in Keenan's hands, and she scores over the top of the rim for her 23rd point of the game. 30-second timeout taken by Reggie Daniels. Well, on Wednesday night, we believe 7 o'clock, MAC Freedom Tournament action underway. It'll be the Aggies and the Lycoming Warriors. Teams split their regular season series, with each team winning on the road. Lycoming struggled a little bit coming down the stretch, and after the Warriors were second in the conference, they fell all the way back to 5th. And this gym should be loud and full. Aggies will get their first home game in a playoff since Mark Seidenberg's first year as head coach here. I think that was 2016. Congratulations to Mark, by the way, who today was named the United East Conference Coach of the Year. That's the conference formerly known as the NEAC, or the Northeast Athletic Conference. Seidenberg is the Wilson College Phoenix in the UEC tournament. Schissel checks out, Lauren Moretti back in. Aggies with a 15-point lead. Stankiewicz for Williamson. For Scarlett King. Stankiewicz, Moretti. Tries to get it to Keenan. Keenan and Coleman out of bounds. Fouled by Haley Keenan. That is her third, I believe. Schissel in, Moretti out. Just trying to give Lauren a chance to play a little bit on the offensive side of the ball. She's not really able to play defense with the injured knee. I'm sure this is very disappointing for Lauren. She's waited a long time. Again, this is her 105th game, but her first postseason game. And Kylie Drezik, the freshman, for two. 46-33. And Kayla tries to force feed it to Keenan, who gets it. No. Gets her own foul. Got it. Count it. Going to the line. Haley Keenan putting on a show here. Keenan with 25 points, 9 rebounds. Foul was on Destiny Knight, her first. A sophomore who looked really good last year as a freshman. And it's been special here tonight. 49-33. As Jess Williamson breaks it up, gets fouled, and if that's on Coleman, it was Coleman's fourth. If it's on her, it is on. Who is it on? I don't know. Not on Arian. Maybe. No, fifth foul on the Devils. It is on Arian Coleman. That is her fourth. So the Devils with 3 players now with 4 fouls. Coleman, Downey, and Jones. Williamson. A very flat-footed delivery there on the free throw attempt. No good. Aggies with the ball off the Arian Coleman miss. Scarlett King bumped and fouled. Foul is on Cassidy Miller. That is Miller's third. Fouls piling it up now for FDU-Florham. Destiny Knight checks out. Tamaya Jones back in. Scarlett King to the free throw line. Freshman from West Virginia. Misses the first free throw. Scarlett, a 41% free throw shooter on the season. Just her 24th attempt of the year. 9th start of the season, and off glass and good. 7 points for Scarlett. Aggies lead by 15. Arian Coleman. Stankiewicz pokes it away. Well, better news for the Florham men's team. The Devils lead Kings 37-31. 3:31 to play in the men's play-in game. Wide open, Miller. Oh my. Not open anymore. Scarlett King squashes that shot. That's her second block of the night. And yikes. Kylie Drezik has a finger roll shot that goes up and down but doesn't go forward at all. 50-35. Stankiewicz for Scarlett King. Schissel fakes on a three. Over Stankiewicz for Keenan. Keenan's shot blocked. And shot clock violation. Good defense by Kylie Drezik there. 4:40 to play. Devils going to make a run at this one. It's going to have to happen now. FDU-Florham 2 for 20 from behind the arc. 13 for 49 from the floor. And Jones is probably the only player, unless Downey gets hot, who can get them back into the game. Here's Downey for three. No. And Downey's 0 for 12 now, and Drezik catches that ball out of bounds. Lauren Moretti going to get a chance to come in and play offense. The Aggies are limiting her possessions to offense only as much as they can. And Lauren hurt her knee in the first quarter and has been unable to play much since then. There's Lauren, who's got 2 points. Pass into the post, deflects off the foot of Haley Keenan. And now the Aggies will set up on defense. Downey for Cassidy Miller's pass to Drezik. Arian Coleman drives, shot, no. Miller, follow, no. Miller, follow, no. And she'll go to the free throw line. Cassidy Miller has 9 rebounds, 7 offensive. Jess Williamson picks up her third. Cassidy Miller, one of just 2 players for Coach Daniels to play and start every game. Oh, 3, I'm sorry, Arian Coleman as well. Actually, he's had a fairly consistent starting lineup now that I look at it. Arian Coleman, Tamaya Jones, Angela Downey, and Cassidy Miller have started most of the games. Miller hits 1 of 2. Devils down by 14. 30-second timeout taken by FDU-Florham. Fairleigh Dickinson with 2 timeouts remaining. Looking across the stand, see the men's basketball team taking this one in. Jordan Gomes, Ewan Lazima, Thomas Ibadapo, Josh Pierre, Nestor Diaz, Ryan Black. All across the way taking this one in. They will get their shot on Wednesday night. 3:45 to play here. Delaware Valley on top by 14. Aggies took the lead in the first quarter and have not given it back since. Speaking of giving it away, Jenna Schissel with the turnover. Jones in front of the pack, 3-on-1. Fideau, no. Miller and Jones fighting each other for the rebound, and Tamaya Jones scores. Devils have already committed 5 fouls, so they're not really in a situation where they can be super aggressive. Jones with 16 points to lead FDU-Florham. Moretti for 3, no. And Cassidy Miller has it. Miller's 10th rebound. Arian Coleman down the floor, pass wide open. Miller left it short, got it back, left it short, got it back, left it short. It's not a broken record, I promise. Very spirited student section down there for Delaware Valley. Or maybe Cassidy Miller is just trying to pad those rebounding numbers. She's got 13 rebounds now. Most of them coming just like that. That's what we used to call the Dennis Rodman rebound special. Just throw it off the glass to yourself a bunch of times. Whoops. Well, someone will track that down. Tamaya Jones has it. 18 on the shot clock, and it turns into a fast break. Oh, only for a moment, though. Miller has her shot blocked by King. Downey for three, and there she finally got and points at the student section. And the Devils are only down 9 now, so they've cut this from 15 to 9. And Downey does finally get one to land. 1 for 13, but another steal by FDU-Florham. 2:19 to play. Devils not done yet. Downey will, nope, she won't. Fado for three. Yes! And it's a 6-point game. 2:06 to play. And Coach Hogan calls a timeout. FDU on a 9-0 run. No, Brielle Fado with that three. She's 3 for 4 from three. Devils have hit 2 threes in a row. Angela Downey. If at first you don't succeed, try again. She hits a three. Her first 3-point made of the night comes on her 12th attempt. She's 1 for 13. But the Aggies haven't scored in 3.5 minutes, so it's a 50-44 game. And the Aggies are going to continue to put Lauren Moretti out there. And I understand she's a senior and you want to let her finish, but she's really playing on one leg and can't play defense. Scarlett King for Stankiewicz for Keenan. Keenan for Williamson. Moretti to put it away, maybe? No. And now they've got a problem because I don't know who Moretti can cover. Jones, head fake galore, shot, no. And Moretti gets the rebound. 1:32 to play. Moretti looking to give it off for Williamson. Aggies by 6. Keenan for Stankiewicz for Moretti, who won't shoot that. Stankiewicz for Keenan for three. No, King goes for the rebound. Angela Downey fights her off. And then a foul by Moretti, who again just really does not have any mobility out there. It is Lauren's first. Devils down by 6. This game has actually played out very much like the last one between these two teams, where the Aggies went up big and the Devils made a couple of threes and basically just ran out of time. Final minute of play here. Fado and Downey with the ball. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Coleman drives in. Passes to Jones. Jones drives in. Shot blocked by King. Pass deflected by Keenan. And Williamson comes down the floor and she's fouled. Well, King with the block, Keenan with the steal, and that might do it. Because the Devils are 4 for 23 from behind the arc, and the Aggies can make this a 3-possession game. And that is the 4th foul on Cassidy Miller. And Moretti's going to come out. Williamson first free throw. Rolls in. 11 points for Jess Williamson, tying her career high. It's been Williamson and Keenan here tonight. Second one. Yes. 30-second timeout taken by Florham. They have one remaining. It's 52-44. I don't know this for certain, but I'm guessing that the Aggies game, if they win here, will be a 6 o'clock start in Center Valley, which is about 45 minutes from Doylestown. The Salesmen will host both of the 1 versus 8 games, and I would guess it'll be a traditional Freedom Conference doubleheader for them, a 6 o'clock and an 8 o'clock. FDU-Florham leading Kings at the half of the men's playing game, 40-38. Aiden Newman with 14 points for the Devils. FDU needs points in a hurry now, down 8, 41 seconds to play. Downey, who's not shy about shooting, has to shoot quickly. Nope, they'll give it to Jones instead. Jones has it, and Haley Keenan gets tossed to the floor. And jump ball possession arrow in favor of Delaware Valley. Schissel checks out, Moretti back in, Drezick checks in, Downey checks out. And a timeout taken by Delaware Valley. That will be their final timeout, leading 52-44, and that will also enable them to advance the ball across half court. There's been a lot of basketball here over the last 10 days or so. Doubleheader with Wilkes, doubleheader with DeSales, senior day game with Cheney, play-in game tonight, and first round tournament game on Wednesday. And that will probably do it. It would be a very strange situation for the Aggies to get one more home game. Rest of the tournament will go Wednesday, Friday, Sunday at highest seeds. Delaware Valley would need 2 lower seeds to win, as well as themselves, on Wednesday night to get a semifinal host. Moretti, and they're going to foul her and send Lauren to the free throw line, and Lauren's going to shoot a pair. That's Destiny Knight's second. Jones, Downey return, Drezick, Knight to the bench. Moretti, the team's best free throw shooter, almost 80%. And nice moment here for the senior to be able to ice this one. 3 points for Lauren tonight. Again, limited action because of the knee injury. But I think you're going to have to chop her left leg off for her not to be able to play on Wednesday night, and that will give her the record, tied with Erin Anastasi for most appearances as an Aggie. 106 games. As far as we know, that's the record. No. 54-44, 33 and a half seconds to play. And it set our well wishes to Eric Hitch, normally the Aggies women's basketball play-by-play man. Hopefully he feels better, fighting through a flu. Maybe get him out there on the Frank Wolfgang field for some baseball games later on in this year. Am I supposed to be looking at my phone? Somebody's telling me to look at my phone. No, there's nothing on my phone that I see. I think they're trying to get someone's attention on the radio there. All right. Downey with the three-point attempt, no. And ball wrestled away by Fado, 3, no. Last touch by Keenan, out of bounds. Hey guys, just so you know, they're going to bring Haley up for a post-game interview. Okay. Coleman inbounds to, well, ends up being Miller. Downey for three, no. Oh, Haley Keenan loses her footing and goes to the floor. It was a line drive pass to nobody. Haley with a little smile on her face. Not sure what happened there. 18 seconds to play. Jones got it. Samaya Jones has had a nice night. And a losing effort here for Florham. She's got 18 points. Schissel chased down and fouled by Coleman, and that will be it for Arian. Arian Coleman is fouled out. 4 points on 1 for 5 shooting, 5 rebounds, 5 steals. And almost a full 40 minutes. Schissel's first free throw is a miss. Second one coming here for Jenna. And she missed them both. Scarlett King tips the rebounds of Keenan, and that'll do it. Devils will not foul, I don't think. And the Aggies will advance. Well, Delaware Valley with the victory tonight in the MAC Freedom Tournament playing game by a final score of 54-46. Delaware Valley advances. They will play DeSales on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock in Center Valley. And I think we're going to get joined here, if they can wrangle her, to the delight of her parents, who are seated about 5 seats to my left. I've been eager to talk to her all year if I get a chance to do so. Joined now here in the post game by Haley Keenan. Haley, congratulations on the victory here
Thank
tonight.
you.
As oh, she wants you to go down one step. Right there. All right. We only need her on camera. All right. Well, while they figure that out, we'll talk. So, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you.
I know Lauren goes out hurt in the first quarter, and you pick up the slack offensively. First off, before we get to the game, talk about what Lauren means to the team. I know she's so important.
Lauren means everything to the team. She's a positive influence. She always has everyone's back when they're down. She gets everyone fired up before games and warm-ups. It's going to be a big loss without her.
Now you pick up the slack tonight. You get the victory. You played really, really well all season. I know it's an 8 versus 9 game,
yeah.
but what's it like to get the win in the postseason here?
Feels so good. We had a real long and hard season, so this win means a lot to us.
Compare this season to last season. Now, last year you were whatever it was, 4-5, 5-4 in your first season. You played in front of an entirely empty gym the whole year. What's it like? Does it feel weird to finally have people here?
In the beginning, it was a little weird, but then it was just like old times.
Yeah, nice to have your family here. I imagine. I'm assuming in the Ben Salem team.
Yeah,
that's your dad.
Yeah. There's a lot of people here from home.
What have you learned? What's different this year as a sophomore? ? Compared to last year.
Just attitudes and all, and everyone has each other's back. It's just like a good environment to be around.
You know it's a tough draw with the sales on Wednesday night. Last question for you. Thoughts as you get ready for the Bulldogs on Wednesday night?
We just got to go out and play hard. They're a really good team, so we just have to have each other's backs and play as a team and talk on D and just, play hard.
All right. Thank you very much, Haley Keenan, our player of the game. We'll give you her final numbers here for you. Aggies with the victory, 54-46. Haley's numbers were outstanding. 26 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 6 steals. Here's the really cool number. Haley Keenan drew 10 fouls on the opposing team for FDU-Florham. That's what it says in the stat sheet. 36 minutes of action for Haley, who had to carry the load tonight, with the senior Lauren Moretti battling through a knee injury. Jess Williamson with 12 points, new career high for the freshman from Lidditz. 7 for Scarlett King, 4 for Lauren Moretti, 3 for Jenna Schissel, and a single 2 for Lisette Eloy. For the Devils tonight, their season comes to a close. FDU-Florham finishes the 21-22 season with a record of 2-20. Good night tonight for Tamaya Jones. She's a good young player. She'll be back. She's just a sophomore. 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists for the Devils. They had one other player in double figures. It was the senior Brielle Fadeau, who had 12. Aggies victorious. They advance. They will play Wednesday night. Again, unofficially, but pretty certain that it will be a 6 o'clock start time in Center Valley. You can watch the game. I'm sure the DeSales Bulldogs will carry the broadcast for you. And right after that's over, well, maybe a little bit before it's over, turn in the men's game as the men's tournament kicks off with the Aggies and the Warriors on Wednesday night. Thanks to our producer, Jacob, Shot, our cameraman, to Brad and Chris from the Sports Information Department, and thanks to Haley Keenan for joining us in our post-game interview. That'll do it for us tonight. Aggies victorious, survive and advance. Del Val headed to DeSales. Have a good night, everyone.